Good afternoon, my school at home friends. Today we're going to do some Earth Day and recycling activities. Earth Day is Tuesday, April 22nd, and it's a day that was created to promote awareness and appreciation for the Earth's environment, and it occurs each day on April 22nd. The first Earth Day was in 1970, and it was founded by U.S. Senator Gaylord Nelson of Wisconsin as an environmental teach-in for school children. So before that, they didn't really talk about Earth and Earth Day and what we can do to protect it. The first little experiment we're going to do is called Cloud in a Jar. You're going to need a jar with a lid, ice, a little bit of ice, some hairspray, not the kind you pump, the kind you actually spray, and some warm water. I found this activity on Little Bin's Little Hands. They have a lot of fun, easy STEM activities to do with supplies you already have at home. Okay, so I have very hot water. It was boiling. If you're doing this, you'll probably want a parent to help you. Then I'm going to put a quick spray of hairspray in here. Put the lid on with ice on top, and we're going to watch a cloud form. How do you think we make clouds? You have to have three things to make a cloud. You need warm, moist air, and that was the water. It made warm, moist air in the top of the jar. A cooling process. The cooling process was the ice. And then cloud condensation nucleus, and that's a big science word, but that was the hairspray. Cool air has to have something to attach to, and it attached to the hairspray. As the water vapor inside the jar starts to cool down, it forms around the hairspray into mini droplets. So when you take the lid off, a swirling cloud was released. We may have let ours sit in there too long, so a big, huge cloud wasn't released, but you could see the cloud inside the jar. That was pretty cool. What effect do you think pollution has on clouds? Extreme pollution is likely to shut down cloud growth, according to a study done by NASA. You can find more information here. So the next project we're going to do involves recycling. Why is it important to recycle? Because recycling materials means less trash in our landfills. When we use materials again, this means we can take fewer resources from the earth. So, for instance, if you buy bottled water and you're using a lot of plastic, you're better off using a reusable bottle and using water from your sink. That's much better for the environment. And pollution in general, recycling materials can produce less pollution, helping to keep our environment clean. And I recycle a lot. I have one of those huge bins that I put my recyclables in, and I probably take out trash sometimes not even once a week because I recycle almost everything. If you go to Community Systems website, it shows you what you can recycle. And you can even take other things to their office and recycle it, like electronics, paint. Just don't throw it in the trash. So materials you're going to need for this project are some wire, like pipe cleaners, permanent markers, and Sharpies are probably about the best, but they don't have to be Sharpies. A glue gun, some scissors, and a pot or vase. You're probably going to need your parents' help for this activity. You need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And you can color, this is really important. The plastic that you use to make your recyclables has to have the number 6 on the bottom. And it'll have a little triangle with a number on it. That tells you the kind of plastic that you're using. And that's kind of a different plastic. It's not the kind of plastic that you find water bottles made out of. It's a little bit of a harder plastic. All right, so you can color your plates, your bowls, whatever you want to use to make your flowers with the Sharpie permanent markers. And I'm just coloring in the inside just because then the marker won't get all over and smear. And it's going to look way better if you color. You don't leave a whole lot of empty spaces. I think the more colorful, the better, but you can sure do any kind of pattern you want. I'm also going to have a color. I'm going to color the bottom because if you want to, you can attach wire and stems to this to make a flower that stands up, and then you can put it in a pot or vase that you have at home. Okay, then what you want to do is cut slits in the side of the plastic. And this is kind of, you have to be real careful because plastic can go flying. What's the science between the flowers melting? The flower forming works because the characteristics of the plastic in the cups and the plates. The heat of the oven changes the alignment of the polymer, and that's what plastic's made out of. They are very big molecules made up of many smaller ones layered together in a repeating pattern, and that's what makes our plastics. When we melt the plastic, we're returning the polymers of the plastic back into clumps. When they are formed or made into bottles or plates, then they're kind of flattened out and molded. But we're doing the opposite. We're going to return them to their naturally disordered state. They're kind of all messed up. So what you can do, you can try different plastics, you can try different markers, you can try the oven at different temperatures and see if there's any difference. So boys and girls, since Earth Day is coming up on April 22nd, let's be really conscious and really think about the things that you throw in the trash, the things that you can recycle, the litter that you see around. If you see some trash near your house, just pick it up and throw it away. It's really important that we take care of our Earth because we want it to be here for a long, long, long time.